Rittenhouse taking a stand today, but a few heated moments between the judge and prosecutor brought the trial to a halt.
Also, hazardous gas at the Beloit powerhouse sends 3 people to the hospital.
And you may be spending even more on essential goods as inflation continues to rise across the U.S. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. First change is on the way. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is out on the weather patio. And Gary, we might be getting almost like a seasonal change here.
Yeah, in the next 24 hours, you're going to see a big change in our temperatures. And we're going to also see the potential for our first flakes of snow over parts of our viewing area. Now, right now, we don't have any showers in the backyard. We had a little sprinkle of rain earlier this afternoon. But on Doppler track, you can see rain showers starting to become more widespread out to the west of us in Minnesota and Iowa, even a few thunderstorms out there as well, but right now just a couple of very light showers pushing through parts of southern Wisconsin. Low temperatures this morning were pretty chilly. Here in Madison, we dropped to 25 degrees. Temperatures stayed in the 30s to our south and west where there was more cloud cover. High temperatures so far have generally been in the middle 50s, but these temperatures could actually even rise a little bit more later on tonight. Right now, we're still at 52 here in Madison, and most areas seeing temperatures at or above the 50-degree mark. By tomorrow morning, temperatures will be down to around 50 degrees. We'll see some off-and-on showers tonight, but showers will linger into tomorrow morning as a cold front moves through and those temperatures start to fall. So that high temperature of 50 will be early on in the day tomorrow. Temperatures by this time will probably be back into the middle to lower 40s, and by later tomorrow night into Friday, we could start to see some flakes of snow around here. I'll tell you how much we can expect in just a few minutes.
I was cornered from in front of me with Mr. Zeminski, and there were people right there.
Kyle Rittenhouse sobbed, appeared to hyperventilate at times as he testified at his own trial today. And that wasn't the only emotional outburst in court today. And now the trial could be in jeopardy.
Our Brady Mallory joins us with today's testimony and why the judge and the prosecutor are not seeing eye to eye. Brady?
Well, today has been very lively in court, and one particular exchange is leading Rittenhouse's attorney to call for a mistrial. Rittenhouse told the jury he was defending himself, and one of the men he's accused of killing threatened to kill him. Rittenhouse said he initially went to Kenosha to defend property. During cross-examination, the prosecutor, Thomas Binger, focused on Rittenhouse's weapon, an AR-style semi-automatic rifle. He asked Rittenhouse about whether it was appropriate to use deadly force to protect property. The prosecutor also posed questions about Rittenhouse's silence after his arrest. This led Judge Bruce Schrader to send the jury out of the room. He accused Binger of improperly trying to introduce testimony.
The court left the door open.
For me, not for you.
My understanding of
You should have come and asked.
This prompted defense to accuse the prosecutor of trying to provoke a mistrial and asked the judge to declare one. Well, the judge didn't make a decision. You can watch Rittenhouse's entire testimony right now on channel3000.com.
Brady, thank you. Milwaukee deputies are now looking for an escaped inmate who was supposed to be transferred to Rock County. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office says 39-year-old Robert Johnson of Rockford escaped while in custody at Mitchell International Airport. Johnson was being transported from Texas by a private contractor to a correctional facility in Rock County. Officers say he has an extensive criminal record and faces current charges of aggravated assault and burglary. Anyone who sees him is asked to call 911.
Hazardous gas exposure sent 3 people to the hospital today. Beloit fire crews say a mixture of pool chemicals created a hazardous gas plume at the Beloit College powerhouse. This is about 9:30 this morning. 2 college staff members did need medical attention. A 3rd person drove themselves to the hospital. No students were hurt. The building was evacuated. The Rock County hazmat team helped monitor air quality.
Whether it's neutralizing the product, cleaning up the spill from there, we're here to mitigate the incident and stop any life hazards from that point on.
A contractor was doing pool maintenance at the time, but emergency crews weren't sure what specifically caused the dangerous gas to escape.
The powerhouse has been in the news a couple of times in the past 2 years for its groundbreaking renovation with an eye on energy efficiency.
Governor Tony Evers took a trip to the former power plant just 2 months ago, as Naomi Coles explains. Naomi?
The facility has won awards for its energy-efficient design and was renovated from an old Alliant Energy coal plant that was slated to be torn down. Its transformation into a student union, rec, and athletic center took millions in donations and a share of public funds.
The folks here at Beloit College early on understood that a focus on sustainability will not only improve the bottom line for the college, but also the economy and the community and the environment.
That was Governor Evers during his visit on September 8th. Today, officials say there's no lasting health hazard to people who use the powerhouse. City officials also told me this wasn't a structural issue that could have been caught through an inspection.
Naomi, thank you. Community safety and support is an ongoing goal of Wisconsin's legislature, something that was once again the focus of state and city leaders this morning at the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. Attorney General Josh Kaul was joined by Dane County's DA and leaders from the Boys and Girls Club to promote Safer Wisconsin. The $115 million legislative package would be divided among multiple avenues, including community policing and prosecution programs, crisis response, victim services programs, and more.
Investing in our communities is critical. We have had underinvestment and disinvestment in some cases in communities across Wisconsin for years, and now we've got a $2.5 billion surplus in the state. So we're calling for a portion of that surplus to be invested in our communities. I know.
If enacted, a majority of the bill's funding streams would be grant programs designed to allow leaders to develop the specific programs needed in their communities.
Governor Evers says tourism in the Badger State is bouncing back. The governor visiting Richland Center, Eau Claire, and Oshkosh today, presenting checks to recipients of his Destination Marketing Organization's grant program. Now, despite the pandemic, the governor says Wisconsin tourism was a $17.3 billion industry last year and supported 157,000 jobs.
That's a lot of work. By that metric, we've bounced back faster than our neighbors in Michigan, Minnesota, Iowa, and Illinois, and there's no surprise there. Given all the people behind me.
Well, the governor says the grant will allow Richland Center's Visitor Center to expand its digital billboard and online marketing footprint and bring back annual events. The White House says its program to vaccinate children ages 5 to 11 is off to a strong start. Michael George has more details.
Federal health officials estimate more than 900,000 U.S. children ages 5 to 11 will have received their first COVID-19 vaccination by the end of the day.
Parents and families across the country are breathing giant sighs of relief, and we are just getting started.
The Biden administration calls it a strong start to the program, which started last week, with an additional 700,000 appointments already scheduled at local pharmacies. About 28 million children in that age group are now eligible to get the low-dose Pfizer shots. Pfizer is also asking federal officials to authorize its booster for everyone 18 and older, citing new data. The third shot offers close to complete protection from severe COVID.
FDA is currently looking at the data for expanding boosters to all populations.
On CBS Mornings, U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy said it's likely the coronavirus will be around for some time, but with the help of vaccines, we'll be able to live with it.
We can ultimately get COVID, I think, to a place where it's somewhere in between the cold and the flu, where, yes, it's a virus that's circulating, but it doesn't disrupt our way of life, doesn't prevent us from seeing the people we love, doesn't prevent our kids from being in school.
Meanwhile, a union representing more than 700,000 government workers has asked the White House to extend a November 22nd deadline to get vaccinated. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Health officials say about 60 million Americans over the age of 12 remain unvaccinated.
Meanwhile, Pfizer says its booster shot could possibly be given to people who didn't get the company's drug for their original vaccine. The FDA denied a request by Pfizer to expand eligibility for its booster back in September. They said there was not enough information at that time. But mounting evidence now shows the vaccine's effectiveness drops over time in people who haven't gotten a booster. And now there's concern about cases rising this winter.
What we're seeing is rising numbers of cases in areas where the temperature is dropping because people are moving indoors more and there's more spread of the virus, and we're seeing more breakthrough infections and obviously significant infections in those who are unvaccinated.
Pfizer is still waiting for the FDA to approve the booster shot for people over 18. More than 25 million Americans have gotten their COVID booster shot so far. A new warning from the CDC, measles are making a comeback. Health officials say the virus is rapidly spreading because around 22 million babies around the world missed their shots during the pandemic. The CDC says the measles vaccine prevents more than 30 million deaths each year, but more than 60,000 people die from the virus, and most of those deaths are among young children.
Well, he is the only one of his kind, and he's making waves in the recycling industry.
Coming up, we'll introduce you to Chester the Digester and show you how he's helping one area college stay green. And then coming up later at 6, the VA is adding another name to its wall of heroes in honor of Veterans Day. We'll share more about the life and service of Sergeant Thomas Feeney.
On Wall Street, the market's taking a plunge today. The Dow falls more than 240 points. The Nasdaq off almost 264. S&P loses 38.5. And we'll be right back.
Keep your home and family warm and cozy this winter with a new degree of comfort from your local Rheem contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
One of our biggest sales of the year, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on our already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories. Give your home that special touch. Plus, totally free shipping. Huge store-wide savings at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. And for better sleep, come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions and see how easy it is now to shop for a mattress.
Is your home giving you the cold shoulder? Fight back with a new energy-saving furnace from your local Rheem contractor.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today. Serving Dane County for over 45 years.
Tonight at 6, an emotional day for Kyle Rittenhouse as he takes the stand in his own defense. We'll recap day 8 of his trial.
And a World War I veteran honored at the Madison VA Hospital's Wall of Honor. It's coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes, but we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The White House is preparing to host the first North American Leaders Summit in 5 years. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Mexican President Lopez Obrador will join President Biden in Washington, D.C. next Thursday. The White House says the leaders will talk about charting a new path for collaboration on the pandemic. And they will also talk about health security, climate change, and equitable growth.
A federal judge has denied former President Trump's bid to not release White White House documents connected to the January 6th insurrection. Mr. Trump had claimed executive privilege, asked the papers not to be released to investigators. A special House committee is looking into who may have been involved in the planning of events that led to the attack on the Capitol. The documents would likely include phone records, White House visitor logs, possibly Twitter messages. Last month, the House voted to hold former White House advisor Steve Bannon in criminal contempt for ignoring a subpoena from the committee.
The prices for food and gasoline are on the rise. Financial experts say the U.S. is experiencing the largest inflation surge in 30 years. Karin Kaifa shares more from Washington.
Up and away. The Labor Department says prices for consumer goods and services kept climbing in October, another 0.9% for the month and 6.2% over the last year, the biggest year-over-year surge since November of 1990. Pushing overall numbers higher, meat, poultry, fish, and eggs all together up 1.7% in October and up 11.9% over last year. Used car prices up 2.5% during the month and 26.4% for the year. And energy prices, including gasoline, up 4.8% in October and 30% over last year, a concern ahead of winter.
Families for the last several months have been spending more money for gasoline, and now these home heating prices are added to that.
President Joe Biden said reversing the inflation trend is, quote, a top priority. And top economic officials argue it's a temporary consequence of the pandemic economy as a rapid rise in demand meets a shortage of raw materials and supply chain bottlenecks.
We all have to be just a little bit patient because we are seeing that the action we are taking is working. We just have to stick with it, long enough to solve the problem.
Another report from the Labor Department said an increase in average hourly wages in October was outpaced by price hikes as Americans plan their holiday spending. In Washington, I'm Karin Kaifa.
Thanksgiving's still 2 weeks away, but one Madison machine is already gobbling up leftovers. Meet Chester the Digester, the newest recipient of the Wisconsin DNR's Recycling Award for Innovation. This biodigester makes its rounds to Madison College's culinary arts, baking and decorative arts, and cafeteria areas to collect up to 300 pounds of leftover food that can then be composted. And then within 24 hours, those scraps are turned into 30 pounds of hot, fluffy brown material that can be used in gardens and planting.
So what it does is it chops up the material, bacteria go after it, and it runs hot. We run it at about 130 degrees, 140 degrees, based on how much humidity is inside the vessel. And so the more humidity, the hotter it gets.
Well, Johnson says Chester the Digester doesn't just help keep waste out of landfills, but also furthers Madison College's clean energy goals.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is here, and some big changes are on the way, Gary.
Yeah, yesterday at this time I was showing you a radar that was free of precipitation across the upper Midwest. Today things have changed quite dramatically and pretty much as expected. We've had some very light showers move through parts of southern Wisconsin, but the better chances for rain will come overnight into tomorrow morning. You can see showers, even a few thunderstorms over Iowa into parts of Minnesota, everything lifting toward the north and northeast, but this is ahead of a strong cold front that will be moving through early tomorrow morning. On future track, you can see that front as it shifts eastward, and this will be early tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. The front just crossing the Mississippi River, pretty much on schedule, just what we showed you yesterday. Then as it sweeps eastward, most of the rain shifts to the north and east, wind shift to a more westerly direction, but temperatures drop off. We'll see our high temperature early tomorrow morning around 50, and then those readings falling into the 40s. And then later tomorrow night, we start to see some snow flurries, and on Friday, we could see some snow showers and flurries, maybe mixed with a little bit of rain in the afternoon, as high temperatures will be in the mid to upper 30s. And then Saturday will be mainly cloudy with a few breaks in the clouds, should be dry, but the next weather system to the north and west looks kind of innocent on this map up in the North Dakota, northern Minnesota area, but that could bring us some snow showers or flurries from Saturday night into Sunday. Future track precipitation, the rainfall amounts generally around 1/4 to 1/2 inch across much of southern Wisconsin. The air has been a little drier here, and it'll take a little while for it to moisten up to the point where we get a little more heavier rain. But farther out to the west, where the showers have already been ongoing, and there have been a few thunderstorms, maybe up to an inch of rain may fall in some spots from eastern Iowa into northwestern parts of Wisconsin. But the snowfall amounts, and this takes into account what will fall Friday and then again Saturday night into Sunday, most areas will see less than an inch here in southern Wisconsin. There might be some 1 to 2 inch amounts to our north and west, some heavier amounts possible over parts of northern Minnesota, where winter storm watches have been issued and winter weather advisories already in effect for parts of North Dakota and far western portions of Minnesota. Three things you need to know in our forecast, showers likely from tonight through tomorrow morning. Then we turn colder. High temperatures drop back into the 30s for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And again, flurries possibly mixed in with the snow showers, but nothing really to worry about as far as snow accumulations are concerned. These temperatures still in the 50s, but the colder air lurking just north of the U.S.-Canadian border, and that'll come charging southward over the next day or so and bring our temperatures into the 30s from much of the upper Midwest. 50 for high tomorrow, but that's early on in the day. Temperatures will be in the 40s much of the day as those winds shift to the west and southwest. The showers mainly confined to the morning hours. You can see this on Future Track. Showers for the nighttime hours into tomorrow morning. Then that wind shift. Temperatures drop off during the afternoon. Cold for tomorrow night with maybe a few flurries toward morning and then some snow showers or flurries. Everybody should see their first flakes of snow by the end of the day on Friday. Again, Future Track rainfall, maybe around a ½ inch of rain, but snowfall amounts even through Saturday morning, less than an inch. As we look at our 7 to 10 day forecast, highs only in the 30s through the weekend. Then we see a little bit of a warm up next week. Some rain showers Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, and then a little bit colder toward the end of next week. As we check out first warning traffic, we're seeing our usual delays on the belt line, especially on the eastbound belt line, beginning around, say, Southtown Drive, going back off and on to near Verona Road. Westbound, we're seeing some delays from around Seminole Highway to around Park Street. As far as travel times are concerned, about 20 minutes in either direction on the belt line between University Avenue and the interstate. Normal travel times heading out of Madison, 25 minutes from the belt line to Janesville on I-3990. Middleton to Sauk City is a quick 16-minute trip on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue and US 151 will take you 19 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warning traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Researchers say service women are more likely to develop heart disease. Coming up next at 5, what the American Heart Association says you can do to lower your risk.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Menards is your home lighting headquarters. Proper lighting is crucial to the aesthetic of your home while influencing the quality of your everyday life. Sylvania True Wave bulbs mimic natural light, and with over 100 bulbs to choose from, picking the perfect lighting is effortless. Enhance your lighting capabilities with a toggler dimmer switch from Lutron. Great for creating the perfect environment. All Lutron dimmer switches and Sylvania True Wave LED bulbs are 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I have worked at Huffcore for the last 36 years.
Huffcore closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
Hey Madison, if you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, the team at Bergstrom Chevrolet has you covered. Shop 2,000 used vehicles, including Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing with their exclusive 7-day lowest price protection and 7-day money-back guarantee. Great selection, great value, great rates, and a team that cares. Shop pre-owned at Bergstrom Chevrolet, Madison and Middleton, driven to deliver.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
Don't miss the 32nd Annual Winter Art Fair off the Square, November 13th and 14th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center, featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auction Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
As we mark Veterans Day tomorrow, the American Heart Association is raising awareness about challenges that service women face that could increase their chances of suffering from heart disease.
Well, Elise Preston spoke with one veteran how she is cutting that risk.
Returning home after deployment was difficult for Army veteran Danny Aylesworth.
I came back and didn't treat my PTSD, nor did I even realize that I had PTSD. Without the coping skills, I turned to alcohol.
In addition, a life-threatening infection caused heart failure and left the young mother in need of a transplant.
I ultimately got denied because I didn't seek help for my PTSD and I continued to drink. I definitely engaged in lifestyle choices that directly contributed to keeping me in heart failure.
The American Heart Association and the Veterans Healthcare Administration are raising awareness about the cardiovascular disease risks female veterans face.
Women veterans compared to non-veteran women, actually have higher rates of some traditional risk factors for heart disease, such as hypertension, diabetes, obesity.
Dr. Sally Haskell says female veterans also have higher rates of depression and anxiety.
Those conditions impact the brain and the body, but also some coping mechanisms, smoking or having substance abuse issues or not being able to manage their weight, and those things can increase their cardiovascular risk.
In 2018, Aylesworth had an internal defibrillator implanted, which detected 2 cardiac arrests while she slept. She eventually got the help she needed, including trauma therapy.
Really focus on that PTSD and the trauma that I had encountered that I had been avoiding.
Aylesworth has been sober for nearly 2 years, and along with diet, exercise, and meditation, she's keeping her heart healthy. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
And doctors say women veterans should check in with their healthcare providers to identify and manage their risk factors as soon as possible.
We're back with a final check of your First Warn forecast when we return.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice 2-piece sofa and love seater sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Here at TSR, we transform old, cracked concrete floors into beautiful, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here at TSR, we don't just simply coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, repair it, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new floor will last. Our awesome team is here to answer all of your questions before and after the installation. And right now, we are offering 15% off your new floor coating until the end of the year. Visit the website or call that number below for your new floor today.
TSR, one day floor.
Call 1-800-886-8411.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Introducing Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. New luxury apartments for seniors 55 plus. Professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Discover what's in store at Habitat Restore Dane County. You'll find something new every time you visit to keep your project on budget with low price and high quality home supplies. For one-of-a-kind items, shop Habitat Restore Dane County today.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Coming up, it's a busy news day. Prices surge at the fastest pace in more than 3 decades. How long will you pay more for gas, food, and cars? Plus, the new terror alert, the warning tonight for Americans heading to mass gatherings over the holiday season. And our series, Honoring Our Heroes, continues tonight. For the first time in nearly a century, civilians lay flowers at the tomb of the unknown soldier. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
Well, we're up early today to check today's sunrise. This is video. We captured a beautiful array of colors over the Capitol Square this morning. What a scene. We saw a lot of pictures as well on social media out there.
Red sky in morning, sailor take warning.
Exactly.
Now here's Gary with the bad news.
And just right on cue, we've got showers already moving in from the west, even some thunderstorms across parts of Minnesota and Iowa, but just some light sprinkles around here. The more widespread showers will be moving in over the next few hours. Temperatures are still in the lower to middle 50s. These may actually rise a couple of degrees before starting to fall tomorrow morning and then just going downhill during the day tomorrow. So we start out warmest early in the day, and then those temperatures drop off into the middle 40s. And as we head into Thursday night and Friday morning, maybe some snow showers or flurries.
All right, Gary, thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.